what was going on with you in game?
It really wasn't nothing. That game is just back to Jay Prince loyalty. You know what I mean? At the time, Jay Prince talked about this deal. It was a big deal going down. Death Row, Rap a Lot, and Murder Inc. was about to come together and make the first black distribution. You know what I mean? To just go against just to be black owned, basically.
Right.
Not to
James
go
talked
against
about
nothing.
that.
But just
Jay
to be,
Prince talked about that.
just to be black owned, and really give you what you're supposed to get. You know what I mean? So they was trying to create that. The powers that be didn't like that. So in conclusion, with rhymes from 50 Cent, you know what I mean, and other beef that was going down with Ja Rule and 50 Cent, an investigation went down with Rap a Lot, Death Row, and Murder Inc. All these labels get hit at the same time. I'm talking about the feds. Now, I'm driving down Wilshire Boulevard when Death Row was down there, and I'm watching the whole get hit. Like, they went through the windows and all that shit. So everybody got hit, Rap a Lot got hit and everything, but Jay Prince and Teflon Don, they couldn't come with him with the bullshit. But Irv and them was dealing with, the Queens dudes. I ain't gonna say no names back in the day. So that's how they was able to really lean on Irv with the cases. But other than that, everybody was feeling it. So, you taking food off of my table. You know what I mean? I'm feeling it too. If Rap a Lot feeling it, we all feeling it. You know what I mean? Period. In the pockets. You know what I mean? So you taking money out our pockets and food out our mouth. You know what I mean? It was decided, you know what I mean? It was a mob meeting, and it was decided that, Rap a Lot participate and help out Ja Rule with the 50 Cent beat. So I was called upon, you know what I mean, to do it. Now, at this time, 50 Cent just dropped Get Rich or Die Trying. This is the hottest shit in the streets. I'm banging it. Me and my homies banging it. We like, yo, he changed the game. He brought it back to gangster hip hop, gangster rap. We back. Woo, woo, woo. We turned up, man. I get that phone call. Hey, I'm like, who this? They call me Jay. That's how, when you call me, they call me Jay. Okay, man, I know what time it is. It's a 3-4 o'clock in the morning call. That's Jay a Vampire. So he called me like at 4 in the morning, like, yo, you know what I mean? This will gotta go down. And no disrespect. I ain't gonna even say the rappers on Rap a Lot who bowed down, but there's a few rappers on Rap a Lot who tapped out, who didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? And it was me and Zero who stepped up the bat. Like, you know what I mean? We got loyalty. You know what I mean? Some of the big artists, I ain't gonna say their names because I got love for these guys. But the big artists tapped out. You know what I mean? They was making phone calls and apologizing and shit, all types of shit, man. So, that's on them. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to burn bridges. You know what I mean? I understand. Because, fast forward time, you still gotta have relationships with these guys. But me and Zero, we high heads, we fresh on the label, we ready to go. So I started my campaign, and I linked up with Bangum Smurf. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bangum Smurf, but he just now left G on it. You know what I mean? Him and 50 Cent had some problems. I guess he was supposed to own half of the label, and they got a big check, and 50 didn't want to pay him, so they split ways. So he was feeling some type of way about 50. You know me, when I diss somebody, I go for the juggler. So I got in contact with Bangum Smurf, Domination, you know what I mean? Start rocking with them real Queens niggas from his neighborhood. You know what I mean? The niggas that thought he left the neighborhood, you know what I mean, and didn't come back. Did something the niggas in the neighborhood was foul. You know what I mean? So I teamed up with them, and then, me and Sebo working on the Thug Lord project at the same time. So Sebo tapped in. We all involved, so we all smashed. Period. You feel me? From Queens to Sac to Oakland. And we just going on 50 Cent. You know what I mean? We really didn't give a fuck about the G unit. We just going hard on 50 Cent now. Bangum Smurf and Domination, they going hard on Banks, and they going hard on Tony Yayo, because they know these niggas. They from their neighborhood. So they saying like exposing the motherfucker. Tony Yayo, you was a bum. You used to you used to sleep on the couch. Like that type of shit. You know what I mean? Little shit that Queens niggas will know. Oh, you little snotty nose nigga. You know what I mean? Shit like that. They said Lloyd Banks used to be, he wasn't no hustler. He used to work at, what's the shit called, man? Job Corps. You a Job Corps, nigga. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So they saying all this that niggas don't know. Like Lloyd Banks wasn't in the hood. He worked at Job Corps. So they giving the intel, and I'm tapped in with these niggas, and we going hard. So fast forward time, it's a Interscope album release party for Jada Kiss in Hollywood. I remember this like it's yesterday. So I go on the party, we got a table, and it's right across from the game table. So the game got a table right there, and then we got a table right here. And like I know the game from JT the Bigger Figure, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I know him from the base. So I'm like, oh, that's the nigga from that with JT that signed the Aftermath. Let me go holler at this nigga, congratulate him. You know what I mean? I'm hyped up. So I go over there, congratulate him. We dap up and shit. And I'm like, yo, man, you know, me and your homie going at it. You know what I mean? You know, and he's like, yo, man, that's between y'all, man, whatever. I'm like, cool, man. You know, put on for the West. We dapped it up, hugged, and we bounced. You know what I mean? I'm thinking it's good. Like he ain't participating in this beef. So I say less than a week later, man, I hear I got a meal on. And it's the game. You know what I mean? And he's dissing me, going ham on me. And I'm like, yo, I just seen this dude in the club and we showing love. I damn near could have chilled at his table and drunk 8 bottles. It was that much love. Like literally, we was cool. And I think 50 Cent sicked him on. Like I'm too big to talk about this nigga. So you from the West, you coming out, you know what I mean? You handle my lightweight. And I think it was like, you know how I got called upon on the loyalty. I think he got called upon too. I think he got 4 o'clock in the morning phone call. Hey, from his side, you know what I mean? And he had to go in. So he did his thing and I heard the shit. And I say it have to be the quickest response in hip hop. You know what I mean? Period. This was when allhiphop.com was lit. So I boom, shoot it straight to allhiphop.com in 45 minutes. Write it, lay it, everything. This is Game Over Part 1. And boom, shoot it. Start the wave up, everything going crazy. So Game, I don't know what Game I did an interview or something after that. He started doing interviews. I think he had did an interview for either Beef. I don't know. He started doing interviews and started talking about me, Bangum Smurf, and Domination. So me, Bangum Smurf, me, Domination, Gonzo, we all in DC. You know, we hear this news. We on the radio station. I think the radio station dude told us like, yo, the Game just did an interview and he pulled it up. And we was like, yo, and he talking shit about me saying that I bowed down to him. That I was, you know what I mean, basically, you know what I mean, saying Domination, Bangum Smurf, I'm buying with the West. Like, oh, that was never said. You know what I mean? But he's saying this shit on the interview. So we like, okay. Now it's time to come back part 2. And that's when we did Game Over 2. And then we did the song that night. The next day we shot the video. My nigga. The video cost $100, my nigga. That's when we did the video with the Game look alike. They had the pink bandanas and shit on, the pink G-Unit on, pink G-Unit shoes on, and threw the nigga in the trunk, kidnapped the nigga. We filmed this in the dangerous hood in DC. The projects, me and Gonzo. You know what I mean? Ted and a dude named Mark Shice. He sounded like 50 Cent. He did the hook. So we put this video on YouTube. This is 2005, my nigga. This before Soulja Boy came with his YouTube way. We went to the first rapper straight to YouTube. Everybody trying to go on MTV and, you know what I mean, BET. We like, this can't go on MTV. We putting this shit on YouTube. So we put this shit on YouTube. It made waves, you know what I mean? Made super waves. So Game, you know what I mean? Get at me and shit, whatever. And we supposed to come with a Squash the Beef song. So shout out to the homie Speedy, you know what I mean, from BMF. So Speedy link it up for me and Game to do a Squash the Beef song. So we get on the same song together. I'm like, we're not even in the studio together. Speedy show up to my crib. He like, yo, man, I need your verse, you know what I mean? And Game gonna lay his verse. So I'm on my way to DC that night. I'm not DC, but I think Detroit. So I'm like, I'm gonna lay my shit right now and just get it out the way. I ain't got time to be in the studio with the Game. Laid my verse, gave it to Speedy, and I bounced. I come back, man, this nigga Game laid this verse. He going hard on me, Gonzo, everybody. I'm like, whoa, this supposed to be a Squash the Beef track. Now, at the time, Game had a black SL 500. It had the chrome, the great SL 500 to drop. So I'm like, we in twin SL 500s, woo, 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 West Coast. I'm bigging this nigga up. And he get on the second verse, like, yeah, I pistol whip Gonzo, spit on you, woo, 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 bitch ass nigga. Like, he just going hard on the motherfucker, right? You know what I mean? This is supposed to be a squash the beef track. You feel me? So I got set up for the motherfucker banana in the tailpipe, man. Shout out to Speedy. You know what I mean? He didn't know he was gonna do that neither. He just dropped the track out the dude. You know what I mean? So dude did his thing. I guess he was feeling some way about the game over video when we were supposed to squash it. So fast forward time to beef. You know what I mean? Now QD3 got a motherfucking DVD called Beef. Remember the Beef DVDs?
Right. Yeah.
It was Beef 1, Beef 2, Beef 3. Now that this DVD is about rappers that had beef. For those who don't know in the podcast land, rappers that had beef, they would have it. Like QD3 would get the interviews from that dude, an interview from that dude, and you know what I mean, all types of whatnot. So boom, beef come. They interview me and they interview the Game. You know what I mean? And I get to tell my story. You know what I mean? Game tell his story and whatnot. And shortly after that, you know what I mean, I guess Spider Loc joins G Unit. You know what I mean? And from that beef DVD, you know what I mean, and me talking about the whole G, not just 50 like I was started on. You know what I mean? Now, Game made me want to talk about, hey, like Banks, nigga, Tony Yayo, Young Buck, 50, Game. I'm shouting everything out. Spider Loc come in, same loyalty type of thing. I get lined up by somebody I knew and somebody he knew. I didn't know. I get lined up to come to a party, and I'm told that this is a celebrity party. Don't come with no guns. Don't come with no goons. You only could come by yourself. This is the type of shit. It's a Beverly Hills. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, okay, cool. I come through. It's boom. My publicist there. You know what I mean? Everybody there. I'm like, okay, boom. It's a move. I slide through by myself. Boom. Spider Loc in that thing, right? I'm like, okay, that's Spider Loc. I know he just signed to G Unit. I know Spider Loc, you know what I mean, from, just being in LA. So I'm like, I ain't tripping on that dude. It's like, you know what I mean, seeing the Game at the nightclub, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he ain't tripping. So boom, time pass on, the club start emptying out. You know what I mean? I see Spider Loc leave the club. I ain't tripping. I'm at the bar, you know what I mean, smoking, drinking and shit. Suge there, take picture with Suge and shit without. Suge leave. Spider Loc come back in with like 4 or 5 niggas, you know what I mean? They come straight to me. I'm at the bar. They like, yeah, man, what you said about the homie 50 Cent? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, yo, man, that's between me and him. You know what I mean? It's just loyalty, you know what I mean? Period. J Prince, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, nah, man, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what? Let's go talk over here. Now, me being a drunk nigga, never, like, if a nigga try to walk you off, you know what's going down.
Exactly.
Me being in Hollywood, thinking of some Hollywood shit, he wanted to just go talk to me. Me and him go talk. So he like, yeah, man, let me and you go talk, because it got crowded. Everybody, who yelling and shit. They like, yo, let me and you go talk. So I'm thinking we gonna go talk. So I follow the nigga, not knowing his niggas is following me. Period. So we get into the huddle and shit. You know what I mean? I start talking. He start talking, and blah, from my back of me. Nigga hit me from the back. He hit me from the front. I get tackled, jury gets snatched, all types of shit, right? So I'm like, okay. Yeah, they lined the nigga up. They lined me up, period. Now, that's the first casualty I had with the beef. But I didn't know that I knew his OG, you know what I mean? The OG from his neighborhood, which is my homie TY. So he found out about the situation and called Spider Loc and got me and him in the same room. And we actually squashed our beef, and I got some of the jury back. Not all, some. Not all. But anyway, after, you know what I mean? The phone call was made after that niggas that hit the jewelry store and did what they needed to do. Period. Some was recovered. But after that, we squashed the beef face to face, and we was like, yo, it's on some loyalty shit. I don't know you. You don't know me. We don't know the other. We squashed the shit. Boom. So me and Spider Loc cool. Fast forward, I see the Game. Like years and years later, see the Game. Now he with my homeboy, Chuck. You know what I mean? Chuck that fuck with Nick Cannon in there. You know what I mean? What's Nick Cannon shit called? Incredible. So he's like a president or a vice president at Incredible. Now Chuck is from the Bay Area. Now he fuck with the Game too. You know what I mean? Like I said, Game have a lot of ties to San Francisco. So Chuck is a Frisco guy that was with Game when he first was with JT. And after that, when Game got Black Wall Street and whatnot, you know, he with a lot of Frisco niggas, including Chuck. So Chuck is at a party, I'm at a party, Game at a party. And Chuck like, man, let me introduce you to this nigga, man, so y'all can squash this shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So again, I'm like, yo, I see you again, my nigga, and you know, this is years later. You ain't even on the G unit no more, nigga. What we talking about? He's like, man, nigga, like I told you the first time, nigga, you one of the dopest niggas on the West Coast, nigga. Salute, nigga. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We dapped up, hugged, and it was over, man. So yeah, man, that was the ugly one between Spotalope and Gang. That got ugly, but it came from the West Coast.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes. If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.